If you want to get rid of sciatica, it's vitally important that you understand where the pinched nerve is coming from. There's two very obvious places that you're going to get pinched nerve that sends pain shooting into the back, the buttock area, down the leg, and that's creating a sciatica. Number one, in the hip area here. Number two, in the lowest part of your spine. In this video, I'm going to explain to you how you can figure out very simply where your pinched nerve is coming from. And then once we know that, I'm going to show you how we can fix it really quickly. So number one place is, let's say it's here in the hip area. So if you do not have any pain in the back, you can bend your back, move around, no back pain, but you do get pain starting in the buttock area, coming down here into the leg. And when you sit down for a long period of time, maybe you're driving a car or at a desk, you can feel it starting to build and get painful in there, then there's a very good chance that you've got what we call piriformis syndrome, which is a pinched nerve in the hip area, basically on the piriformis muscle, because the piriformis muscle is getting tight, and that creates the sciatica. However, if you get pain in the lowest part of your back, maybe you've got a history of back pain, and when you bend you get pain in the back, increased pain down the leg maybe, and you definitely know there's something going on in the back, then there's a very good chance that you've got a disc prolapse like that one there, pressing on the nerve, shooting down the leg and into the back and the hip area. So that's how we know where the pain is coming from. If you're unsure and you can't quite figure that bit out, don't worry, just do both of the exercises I'm about to show you, and that will take pressure off the nerve and get you feeling better and moving better. So let's say that we've got pain in the hip area. There's a great exercise we're going to do to release off that piriformis muscle. One is a stretch, one is a direct pressure release. So the stretch looks like this. I want you to sit tall, pop this leg over there, let your knee drop and bring your body forwards. It's as easy as that. And that's basically just stretching through that piriformis muscle. Hold it in this position for 30 seconds to a minute and do that one 5 times a day throughout the day. Another way that we can take pressure off the nerve by releasing the piriformis is with a tennis ball. I want you to get a tennis ball, place it on the floor or on a seat that you're sat on, and then you're basically going to move around and sit on the ball until you find that really sore spot, and you might even feel it increasing the pain down the leg. That's okay, it's just because we're releasing that tight pinched area and it's stirring it up a little bit, sending pain down the leg. I want you to sit on it and keep that pressure there. It's going to be painful, but hold it there until the pain drops down, and then move to a new area. Find another sore spot, get pressure on it, keep it there, and then you feel the pain drop down. You can do this one lying on the floor, moving around, or sat in the chair like I am. And ultimately, we're just trying to get pressure deep into the area. You need to get pressure through the big gluteus maximus muscle, the bum muscle, and get it into that piriformis muscle, which is a deep muscle through there. The direct pressure held very still will make the muscle relax off, and that takes pressure off the nerve. So now we know how to free up that area there. If you've got pain in the lowest part of your back, you feel that you've got a bit of a pinched nerve creating sciatica, there's two things we're going to do. Number one, decompress the spine. Number two, flossing to free up the nerve at that pinched spot. The easy way to decompress your spine is basically to do traction. Now, rather than compression, we're doing the opposite, we're tractioning. So sit on a chair, place your hands either side of your hips, bring your feet away, and then lift your hips off and let your body drop. So keep your arms straight, but the hips are tractioning down. The weight of your hips and legs will pull at the spine, decompress, take pressure off the disc, which will then take pressure off the nerve. You can do that for a good 30 seconds. Another way is if you're at your desk or at home, elbows onto the counter, the kitchen counter, let's say, and then just let your hips drop, let your legs hang down. And that is tractioning your spine, because if you've got a pinched nerve in there because of a disc bulge, you need to traction your spine to take pressure off the area. Now that you've done that, we're going to do flossing. I'll show you what flossing looks like. It's basically a case of stretching the nerve at that pinch spot to take pressure off the area. So if you're on your back, the bad leg goes up and you extend all the way up, pull your toe up and back down. Extend all the way up, pull the toe up and back down. Now you can see as I extend the leg, I'm stretching the sciatic nerve that goes all the way down the back of the leg. Stretching it against that pinch spot. If you just do this 30, 40, 50 times, you'll start to free up that pinched nerve. Think of it like this. If you've got a nerve here and it's being pinched, you can, number one, take pressure off, and that's the decompression. But number two, you can just move that nerve in and out of that pinched area, and that sort of frees things up a little bit. It frees up the area, increases a bit of fluid flow through the area, and starts to take pressure off that area. The next thing you need to do is make sure you're bending and moving the correct way. Now, this is a bit of a bonus thing. With whatever problem you've got, we need to make sure you're bending the right way. What I don't want you to do when you bend is do not bend with a banana back, because that puts pressure into that area, into the discs, and that's not a happy position to be in. You have a curve going this way in your lower back, and when you bend forward, you need to maintain that curvature. It looks like this. So if you're in this position, I want you to push your hips backwards to there. Whether you're doing your teeth over a sink, reaching into a cupboard, or picking something heavy up, if you do this, you're going to stop relapsing and creating more problems over and over again into the future. Even once your back's healed, if you continue to bend with a rounded back and bend and twist, you're going to continue to put pressure into those discs, aggravate things, and send the problem back again and again. So now you know what's going on. Free up the hip area, take pressure off the nerve, free up the lower back, take pressure off the nerve, and then start to bend the correct way. If you do all these things, that will definitely make a massive difference to your sciatica. If you're able to pinpoint the area and do a direct exercise, that's great. If you can't quite figure that out, doesn't matter. Just do them all, and you're bound to hit the point at somewhere where it's pinching on that nerve. If you want more sciatica help, comment on this video or go and watch my other sciatica videos.